In Hollywood, fame can be a double-edged sword. One moment, celebrities are adored by millions, gracing magazine covers, red carpets, and sold-out arenas. The next, a single offhand comment, a poorly judged joke, or a controversial interview can unravel everything they've worked for. But what makes some stars stumble so spectacularly? How can one interview destroy years of hard-earned credibility, endorsements, and fan loyalty almost overnight? In this video, we dive deep into 20 shocking instances where celebrities' careers were forever changed, sometimes ruined by just a few words spoken on camera. From Hollywood actors to pop icons and public figures, you won't believe how quickly fame can turn into infamy. Number 20, Joaquin Phoenix. In 2009, Joaquin Phoenix walked onto The Late Show with David Letterman in what appeared to be a state of dishevelment. Sunglasses obscured his eyes, a long unkempt beard framed his gaunt face, and his speech was slurred and awkward. The world speculated, was he breaking down? What few knew was that Phoenix was performing an elaborate act for a mockumentary. I'm Still Here, directed by Casey Affleck. The stunt was intended to critique Hollywood and fame itself, but the industry initially treated it as a genuine meltdown. Directors and producers distanced themselves, and opportunities dwindled. Only after the truth emerged years later did Phoenix's reputation recover, reminding the world that even calculated performance art can carry high risks when the line between reality and theater blurs. Number 19. Mel Gibson. Mel Gibson was once celebrated as a wellness guru in Australia. Her app, cookbooks, and personal story claimed she had overcome cancer through natural remedies, a narrative that inspired thousands. But in 2015, during an interview, Gibson admitted she had never had cancer and had falsified charitable donations. The backlash was immediate and severe. Public trust evaporated, publishers and sponsors severed ties, and she was fined for deceptive conduct. What had been a promising career in lifestyle and wellness crumbled in a matter of moments, highlighting the delicate balance between authenticity and fabrication in the influencer era. Number 18. Alex Pettyfer. British actor Alex Pettyfer once epitomized Hollywood potential. Young, charming, and poised for stardom. But in a candid 2011 interview with V-Man magazine, he lashed out at Los Angeles, criticizing the city, its culture, and even women in Hollywood. The media interpreted his words as arrogance and negativity. Rather than being seen as honest, Pettyfer's statements alienated industry insiders. Casting directors and producers questioned his professionalism, and roles that seemed within reach slowly faded. His career never fully regained its initial momentum, illustrating the perils of public critiques of one's own industry. Number 17. Tom Cruise. During a Today Show interview with Matt Lauer in 2005, Tom Cruise sparked controversy that shook Hollywood. Publicly admonishing actress Brooke Shields for her use of antidepressants, Cruise described psychiatry as pseudoscience and reiterated his devotion to Scientology. The fervor in his delivery, combined with the content, made the interview infamous. The fallout was swift. Paramount Pictures temporarily cut ties, studios hesitated to greenlight new projects, and the actor faced a rare period of career uncertainty. While Cruise eventually regained his standing through blockbuster roles, the episode remains a cautionary tale about the power and risk of unfiltered public opinion. Number 16. Piers Morgan. British broadcaster Piers Morgan became embroiled in a media storm after defending his critical remarks about Meghan Markle on Good Morning Britain. During a heated interview, Morgan refused to retract his statements about Markle's mental health disclosures, ultimately walking off the set. Though the incident did not end Morgan's career, it severely impacted his credibility in the UK and US markets. His journalistic authority was questioned, and he struggled to maintain the same level of mainstream relevance afterward. The controversy underscored how unyielding commentary in interviews can alienate both audiences and colleagues alike. Number 15. Liam Neeson. In an interview, Liam Neeson recounted a harrowing personal memory. After a friend's assault, he admitted to walking the streets hoping to encounter a black man to attack. Though many praised his candor and the broader context of anti-racism reflection, the revelation sparked public outrage. The comments altered how Neeson was perceived. While his acting career continued, audiences and critics reassessed his persona. The incident demonstrated that even retrospective honesty can carry profound risks in the court of public opinion. Number 14. John Mayer. Musician John Mayer's 2010 Playboy interview is infamous for its tone-deaf and self-indulgent commentary. Mayer discussed intimate details of past relationships, made casual racist remarks, and even compared aspects of himself to white supremacist David Duke. Public reaction was swift. Sponsors distanced themselves, media outlets criticized his insensitivity, and his musical output experienced diminished mainstream reception. The episode revealed the dangers artists face when personal musings clash with public ethics and societal norms. Number 13. Chris Harrison. Chris Harrison, longtime host of The Bachelor, faced intense scrutiny after defending a contestant accused of attending a racially insensitive plantation-themed party. During the interview, his comments were seen as excusing the behavior rather than acknowledging the gravity of the issue. The network responded by placing him on leave, and Harrison eventually departed from the franchise altogether. This case exemplifies how one interview, particularly on sensitive topics, can have immediate career consequences in the era of social media activism. Number 12. Paula Deen. Paula Deen, a celebrity chef beloved for her Southern cooking, found her empire crumble after admitting to using racial slurs during a deposition. When she attempted to explain or contextualize her remarks on the Today Show, the interview only compounded the controversy. Major sponsors and networks severed ties, and her TV career collapsed. The episode serves as a reminder that the combination of legal exposure and public misstatements can irreparably damage a personal brand. Number 11. Michael Jackson. In Living with Michael Jackson, directed by Martin Bashir, Jackson discussed controversial personal habits, including sleeping in the same room as children, a statement that, despite denials of wrongdoing, sparked outrage. The documentary led to legal scrutiny, intense media coverage, and lasting damage to Jackson's public image. Even after being acquitted, the interview cemented a controversial narrative that overshadowed his musical legacy for years. Number 10. Lance Armstrong. Cyclist Lance Armstrong maintained a strict public denial of performance-enhancing drug use for years. When he finally confessed during an interview with Oprah Winfrey, acknowledging systematic doping, the revelation rocked the sports world. Sponsors like Nike severed ties, millions in endorsements vanished, and Armstrong's previously untouchable status disintegrated. While the truth eventually came out, the interview underscored the unavoidable consequences of long-term deception. Years of denial built a powerful image, but also a fragile one. Lance Armstrong didn't just protect his reputation, he constructed a narrative that millions believed in. Every victory, every interview, every statement reinforced that story. But the problem with long-term deception is simple. It demands consistency, and over time, cracks begin to show. When the truth finally surfaced in that Oprah interview, it wasn't just a confession, it was a collapse. In a matter of moments, admiration turned into disappointment. Sponsors walked away, titles were stripped, and trust, once broken, proved impossible to rebuild. This wasn't just about sports or doping, it became a lesson in accountability. No matter how long the truth is delayed, it carries consequences. And when it arrives, it doesn't just expose actions, it redefines legacy. Number 9. Billy Bush. Billy Bush's career imploded after a tape surfaced in which he engaged in lewd conversation with Donald Trump about women. Though intended to be private, the recording went public, prompting immediate suspension from Today. Bush's television career effectively ended. His experience illustrates how one casual, off-the-record interview or recording can destroy decades of professional credibility in an instant. Number 8. Shia LaBeouf. Shia LaBeouf, once celebrated as a talented and edgy young actor, gave an infamous interview during the promotion of Nymphomaniac in 2014. In a candid, confrontational Q&A, LaBeouf criticized Hollywood, reporters, and even co-stars, coming across as erratic and unprofessional. He also made several bizarre statements about his personal life and creative process, leaving audiences and the press bewildered. The backlash was immediate. Directors and producers questioned his reliability, projects were put on hold or recast, and his reputation as a difficult actor solidified. While LaBeouf later rebuilt his career through independent films and performance art projects, the interview marked a turning point, illustrating how candidness without tact can alienate industry insiders and fans alike. Number 7. Paula Abdul. Paula Abdul appeared on television in a state that viewers described as incoherent. While later attributed to exhaustion, the footage went viral, and audiences speculated wildly about her state of mind. The incident stalled negotiations for future media roles and undermined her position on American Idol. It's an example of how appearances, even unintended, can heavily influence public perception and professional viability. Number 6. The Chainsmokers. The Chainsmokers, in an interview with Billboard, characterized themselves as frat-like, nonchalant about relationships, and dismissive of their fan base. The remarks were widely criticized as arrogant and tone-deaf. Public perception of the duo suffered, although they continued to produce music. The episode underscores the delicate balance artists must maintain between authenticity and respect for their audience. Number 5. Prince Andrew. In a highly scrutinized BBC interview, Prince Andrew defended his relationship with Jeffrey Epstein while denying allegations of sexual misconduct. The interview was widely described as a car crash. As a result, the prince stepped back from public duties, lost major sponsorships and patronages, and suffered severe reputational damage. Even royalty is not immune to career-ending consequences when media exposure reveals contentious associations. Number 4. Katherine Heigl. Actress Katherine Heigl spoke candidly about her film Knocked Up, labeling it sexist in a Vanity Fair interview. While her critique may have had merit, it frustrated Hollywood executives, who saw her as ungrateful and difficult. This perception led to diminished casting opportunities, significantly impacting her career trajectory for years. Number 3. Megan Fox. Megan Fox's comparison of director Michael Bay to Napoleon and Hitler during a high-profile interview caused immediate backlash. She was branded unprofessional, and her role in the Transformers franchise was terminated. Her career was temporarily derailed, illustrating the dangers of criticizing influential figures in a candid public setting. Number 2. Charlie Sheen. Charlie Sheen's public disclosure of his HIV status, while courageous, drew criticism for his defiant and nonchalant tone, which some felt failed to emphasize public health concerns. While his career was already complicated by previous controversies, this interview compounded negative public perception and further alienated mainstream audiences. Number 1. R. Kelly. R. Kelly's 2008 Beat interview represents perhaps the most notorious case. When asked about allegations regarding underage girls, his statements shocked audiences and were widely condemned. The remarks helped frame the narrative that would later lead to legal consequences, incarceration, and permanent damage to his legacy. The interview illustrates how words, particularly around sensitive moral issues, can accelerate professional downfall. And those were 20 unforgettable moments where just a few words changed everything. It's a powerful reminder that fame isn't built on talent alone. It also depends on awareness, timing, and the responsibility that comes with a global audience. In the spotlight, every word matters, and sometimes a single sentence can undo years of hard work, reputation, and trust in an instant. What makes these stories even more shocking is how quickly admiration can turn into criticism and success into controversy. It shows that in the world of fame, one wrong move can have lasting consequences. Enjoyed the video? Hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss the shocking stories behind the world's biggest celebrities. The truth is always wilder than fiction.